Hey guys, welcome back to Do It Live, and I want to go back to some PC building videos. I know you guys love that. I found this GTX 670 laying around my house. It's a card my friend gave me, and the last time I ran it, it was going about 100 degrees Celsius or more, which we all know is not safe for a graphics card. So let's see if we can bring it back to life and maybe get it working once again. So as you guys know, I love doing budget videos, and my friend gave me this card in exchange for like a keyboard or something like that. And so it worked for a while, but then it started going like 105 degrees Celsius, even on games like Counter-Strike Go, which we all know isn't even that graphically intensive. So the fans seem to be fine, there's nothing shaking inside, and nothing seems to be burst anywhere, but it may be inside, it may just need some cleaning in the blower, but what I'd like to do is try to bring it back to life. So let's endeavor to go do that. Let's move over to the lab. Let's take this apart and see exactly what we can do with it. Alright, so we're going to start by removing all these screws on the back of the card. Of course, every card is different. This one has a bit of an extender for the blower, so this is just the base of the card here. So I only need to remove the screws holding down the GPU die, the ones holding the cooler to the actual GPU, the card. So let's start with that. Make sure you remember which ones go where. Put them in a safe place so that you can easily put them back afterwards. So let's get started with that. When you're doing the GPU die here, it's good to do it in a cross-hatch pattern so that you don't put unnecessary pressure on certain areas of the GPU. It's a little bit more even when you're doing it. You have to be gentle with this. Remember, these components can be pretty sensitive. Also, I'm working on an anti-static bag. It's better to have an anti-static surface, but the bag should do for now. So you can tell there's a bit of a mess here in the shop. So, almost done. Look at that, there's some dust buildup here and there, nothing too bad, but you can tell that the thermal paste has gotten really dry and cracked on both the die and the heating plate. But we'll start cleaning this up, and I'll put a fresh coat of thermal paste on there. Then we'll throw it into this rig that we're building, which there'll be a separate video on that. But this is the precursor to that, essentially. Yeah, let's get going. Look at that. Disrupting the speed up, because holy crap, do you see that stuff? It's insane. This thing has been gathering tons of dust, and this is dust that you won't be able to get out with just simply blowing the card. Yeah, so you can just take out the entire block right there. Oh man, that stuff was caked on. This is my first time taking apart a GPU and trying to repurpose it. I was looking for thermal pads just in case, because that's one thing you may need to refurbish, but looks like on this model with the blower style there isn't too much thermal pads, or even any that I've seen. Not that you always have to replace it, but Jesus, Hope you guys see this. Like if you have a card that's sort of on its last legs and overheating like crazy, seriously consider opening it up and just checking all the dyes and everything. Checking the thermal paste, but definitely all this dust is 100%, not 100%, but most of the reason why it's overheating. That I think I can almost guarantee. Alright, so I'm gonna wipe these down and we'll put it all back together. It should be more than enough thermal compound. Alright, so we're good there. Everything's cleaned and should be good to go. Let's put this bad boy back together and let's throw it in a computer and get going. Okay, so the 670 is in the computer that's running. I have downloaded a game and I want to see how the 670 fares in terms of temperatures. Let's take a look. I launched PlayerUnknown's Battleground and it seems to be running okay. Graphically it's okay. I think it's running at medium or so right now, but I can check that in a second. I really want to see what the temperatures are like. So let's Alt-Tab and we'll see what's going on. Okay, so the 670 is running at 75 degrees right now. It's a little warm, a lot warmer than I'd like it to be. May have to up the fan speed of the GPU. It's running about 50% fan speed right now. But it's not launching to 105 degrees like it was doing originally. So let's try to see. Let's make some adjustments and I'll let you guys know how this little exercise fared after maybe 10 or 15 minutes. Okay, so you can see that Battlegrounds is running right now, live in the background. It's running at around medium, so I'm just letting it go into the game and really put some work into it. It looks okay. It's running just fine, surprisingly, on this 670, but we'll get into that at a later video. But right now the fans are spinning at 49% and we're getting about 75 degrees Celsius. So it's doing okay. It's hotter than, you know, you would prefer it to be, but definitely not 100 degrees Celsius or more that I was experiencing before on Counter-Strike. So again, I'm going to leave this for 5 or 10 minutes more and we'll see what happens. So it's conclusion time. After running 10 minutes of PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds at medium settings or so, it looks like the GTX 670 that was originally running 105 degrees Celsius is now running at around 75 degrees to 77, which is not the nicest temperature. I prefer it much lower, but again, it's 30 degrees lower than what it was originally running at after we tried to clean it out. So it looks like all you have to do sometimes is open up that cooler, get all that dust out. And I mean, you guys saw that was a lot of dust. That was a layer. Like, no wonder air was not getting through to the GPU. And reapply the thermal paste, and we've been able to breathe some life back into this GPU. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this sort of investigative and explorative type of video, and we'll have a video coming up with this entire build very soon. I'm really excited about that. I think it was like under $500 or maybe under $400 that we've been able to build a pretty solid gaming PC. So look forward to that. And again, don't forget to stay subscribed. We do videos like this all the time. Guys, don't forget to do it live.